Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a bit of a transfer roundup from the rest of the window, and we have two league games against Braunschweig and Hertha Berlin. In terms of our start to the campaign, it's not gone well. We've lost 1-0 away against FC Köln, 1-0 at home against Hoffenheim, and 2-0 away against our rivals from last season, Paderborn. So we're yet to score. Obviously, we won 1-0 in the Pokal game, which you saw last week, but league form hasn't started particularly well, and I'm hoping, even if we can't get a win, we'll at least score a goal. To be honest, I'm not. I'm concerned that we're not scoring, but I'm not massively concerned that we're losing just by the odd goal. The game against Paderborn, we were dreadful. We didn't have a shot on target, and we got completely outplayed. Hoffenheim, we were the better team, but again, we just struggled in front of goal. And the game against FC Köln, again, quite an even game. And again, it just didn't work out for us. And we've really struggled to get going. And as such, morale has taken a bit of a hit recently, but we have tried to make some changes where the transfer market's concerned. Ben van den Berg was attracting interest from Aston Villa. He said that he wanted to go. He's worth a lot of money now that he's gone to them. £4.5 million we got for him. We signed him on a free transfer. We've made good money there. And Dennis Bott, who came through our youth academy, he has gone to Hoffenheim for £2.8 million. And Efekam, we tried so hard to sell him, we just couldn't. So he's gone out on loan to Numancia, who are in the Spanish second division. And from that, we only get about 70% of the transfer revenue. We had to move a bit over to cover wages, but we did manage to make a couple more signings. Isma Asensio, really looking forward to getting this guy in the side. He's a decent looking player. £1.5 million we've spent on him. He's got double that valuation plus a little bit more. Really good finisher, good composure as well, decent amount of pace, good fitness and balance, really fairly determined character with a good work rate and good technique and first touch as well. So I'm hoping that once he's settled into the side a little bit, he can be our goal scorer. He can play up front, but also on that left-hand side as an inside forward. So again, I'm really hoping that he will settle in to the side quickly. He's only 19 though, and our side is gradually getting younger and younger, which is a bit of a concern because the lack of experience could uh, basically just give us another bit of a kick in the teeth, unfortunately, because obviously we need to get that little extra push forward. And we had a little bit of money spare, so we brought in Cade Gordon, formerly of Liverpool. He's got really good valuation, really. He's only coming as a squad player, 15 grand a week. I mean, previously of Liverpool, of course, has made a couple of Premier League appearances in the last couple of years. Largely been out on loan and made appearances in League One and the Championship, but hopefully he will come into the side and do a good job for us. So we're going to this game against Braunschweig. 3 games played, 4 goals conceded, no goals scored. Braunschweig have scored some goals, but they've conceded a lot. Um they let in 6 when they played Dortmund. And to be quite honest, the teams that we've played at the start of the season, the likes of Köln and Hoffenheim, yes, they've had good starts to the season, but Paderborn as well, they're the sides that we need to be competitive against if we want to stay in the Bundesliga. And following the start we've had, the fact that we're not scoring goals, I'm a little bit nervy. But fingers crossed we can at least find ourselves a goal today. We've got Alavoin in goal with Maresh, Kobold, Kwanzaa and Jimenez at the back. Burnich, Vanitsek and Carey in midfield with Oyen, Gordon and Beerith as the front 3. Tachi's had a shocking start to the campaign. He is on the bench though. And Asensio's not in the squad today, which I think's a little bit poor. Arnold wanted to go out on loan. We had no one come in for him. So again, that's another one that's ended up a little bit dead in the water. But we have got options. Diakite is yet to break into the side either. Likewise, Musa Yeo. Lawball's in there basically just to offer a little bit of cover, but we will move him to the second team now. He isn't going to get much game time following the arrival of Gordon and Asensio. So we go into this game hoping for a goal, basically. And Braunschweig did have the beating of us at the end of last season, but again, we know we're capable of beating them. That's the thing, and hopefully we can at least grab ourselves a goal. Like I say, that is the target for today, to get our first goal back in the Bundesliga, and let's see how we get on. Jimenez with the throw into Carey. There's it back to Kwanzaa. Now Jimenez. Well played. Kate Gordon moving down that right hand side. Chance to get it into the penalty area. There's Micah Beerith. And there is our first goal of the season. It's taken just 2 minutes here in this home game. And it's Micah Beerith with the goal. That'll do his confidence a world of good as well. We've tried quite hard to replace him. I will be honest, I've looked all over for a decent striker. And yes, Asensio we brought in to potentially do that going forward. But that is a good finish, that, from Micah Beerith. And we have ourselves a goal at long last. Hopefully we can get ourselves a win today. It would be really good for us if we could. And it would obviously push us up the table at this early stage. But a win would also give us a little bit of confidence as well. And I think that is something that we really need, just to build ourselves up a little bit after coming back into this league for the first time in 20 years, basically. And yes, we suffered at the end of last season, failing to win the title, and we've had a tough start. But we've got the ability, I think, to stay in the Bundesliga. Yes, it will be close, but I think we can do it. Van Dijk with the delivery, and there's Kwanzaa at the far post. Towering header from him. 2-0, and we have got a good opportunity for our first points of the season here. And again, I'm just relieved that we've managed to score, to be quite honest, after them first 3 games. But we've looked good here, and we've taken the chances that have fallen our way. Here's Jimenez. Back to Kwanzaa, who was actually attracting interest from other clubs in the Bundesliga, but we received no offers for him, so he ended up staying, which is a bit of a relief, to be honest, because he is a very key player for us. And Jimenez back to Bernic. He just about kept hold of that there. Did well, the Bosnian. And now Kwanzaa into Carey. That's a good pass forward, and Micah Beerith could be in behind again, and he's put the shot over. And again, I'm glad he's got his goal today, but he just needs to be hitting the target a bit more often. Bernic with a delivery. Kwanzaa was at the near post. It's cleared away. Bernic receives it again. Chance to get it into the penalty area. It's fallen for Mares. Now Kwanzaa. Back to Jimenez. Van Dijk, Kwanzaa. Good passing and movement here from our boys. And Jimenez into the penalty area. Gets brought down. And Schmidt with a poor challenge there from the Braunschweig man. And we have an opportunity maybe here from the penalty spot. The penalty is awarded. And it's an opportunity here for Van Dijk to score from the spot. And Van Dijk does score 3-0. And I am feeling a lot of relief here. We're showing that we're capable. And that is a very important thing, especially after the first 3 games. We're finally showing a little bit of colour now. And fingers crossed it can continue into the second half. And we're doing brilliantly. Keep going is what I'll say to the lads. Kate Gordon, incidentally, has had a really good game as well, getting an assist today. He played in the game against Paderborn. Didn't get going very quickly. And unfortunately, he had a poor game. But he certainly seems to have settled in today. And here's Carey moving down the right-hand side. Jimenez. That's a good ball over the top, and Carey's in behind again. And there's Micah Beerith with the header. And it was a very well-worked goal. And Carey just lofting it in. Micah Beerith with his second of the day. We're 4-0 up now. And if this continues, we'll have actually done a full turnover of our goal difference as well. And that's the other thing. Like I said before, I think it's going to be close when it comes to relegation. Our goal difference is going to be hugely vital to us this year. And if we can keep it relatively level or just slightly in the negative as the season goes on, I'm really hoping that we can. It'll just give us that extra opportunity to be able to stay up, I think, providing the points go our way as well, of course. But here's Bergonzi just moving forward here for Braunschweig. Lays it back to Papadopoulos. Looks over the top. And that's a really good finish from Justin Yimar. and no offside given. Not even being checked. It's a really good volleyed finish, that. And it's their first attempt at goal. And this is signs of last season as well. We did concede quite regularly just from shots on target, but so far, I mean, Braunschweig had no shots before that one, and now they've had 6 attempts at goal, 2 of which have been on target. Here's Jimenez into Carry, back to Jimenez again. Now Burnich into Vanitsek, into Micah Beerith, and it's a hat trick for the Danish striker. That's a really good finish as well. Really well played in the midfield as well with Vanitsek. And we'll just see that pass again from him. Jimenez into Carry, Jimenez into Burnich. Very well worked in a very tight area, really. Vanitsek just fired it in and outside of the right foot. First time finish from Micah Beerith. A touch of class, that, really. It's a very, very neat finish. And despite all this, Luca Oyen is only on a 6.3. And again, a poor performance from him. And it's a bit of a concern because he played poorly whenever he played last season as well. He needs to really pick up his game at the moment. I didn't want to make any substitutions purely because we were playing well. And my word, has it worked out for us. A 5-1 win. And we've gone from a -4 goal difference to a level goal difference thanks to those 3 points, which does take us out of that relegation zone. I know it's very early in the season, but our focus is to try and stay out of that bottom 3 for as long as possible. It's the first time we've come out of it since the start of the season. But that was a very strong performance from us. And Hertha Berlin, currently sat in 9th, they've had 2 wins and 2 defeats. They're sat on -5 for goal difference, but saying that they lost 5-0 just now to Dortmund, who are knocking goals in for fun. Bayern Munich, incidentally, just sold Harry Kane for £26 million to a Saudi Arabian team. So I did have a look at the Saudi Arabian team in question. He's earning £900,000 a week, but their goalkeeper is on £1.4 million a week. I wouldn't even know what to do with that per week. It has to be said. I wouldn't complain, that's for sure, but even then, it's an astronomical amount of money being spent over in the Saudi League. And anyway, that was a bit off topic. We've got 6 days to go until the Hertha Berlin game. Great performance from Micah Beerith with a hat trick there. And hopefully when we come back for the Hertha Berlin game, more of the same would be delightful. So bear with me and hopefully we'll come back for something similar. Okay guys, here we go for the game against Hertha Berlin. Team selection pretty much the same apart from Hugo comes in for Maresh. We're easing Maresh into it a little bit at left back. But other than that, there's no need for us to make any changes following that fantastic result last time out. And Lukoyan is a little bit worried about playing today, but we need him to, and we need him to start performing as well. 6.3 he scored for a rating in that previous game. 5-1 we won, and he only got a 6.3. And it's not good enough. So we'll ask the lads to carry on from the last match because, well, I mean, you know, we can't ask them to do more than that. It was a brilliant performance. But if we can get a good result again today, especially seeing as though we're away from home, I think there'll be plenty of reasons for positivity going forward. And Beerith just losing out to Doyle. He managed to try and get back into him, but Rutherford knocks it back to Gechter. Holds onto it and finds it back to Rutherford. They're moving the ball relatively easily here to Berlin, but we have played well against them before, of course. We knocked them out of the cup last year. Kabaunik into Muentia. Muentia? There's a lot of vowels there. And Moerstedt with the header. It's a very easy goal for Hertha Berlin. We should have done better than that, really, defensively. I can't imagine there's any offside. Yeah, no, the goal's been awarded. It was very poor from us defensively, that one. And we need to just tighten things up a little bit because that was very, very poor. And Alavoine has picked up an injury. Max Weiss is going to have to come on for him. That is a blow. We had that toward the end of last season, of course, where Olivoin picked up a knock, and Kenny now into Dardai. Now Rutherford lays it back to Gekter. Into Doyle. Gekter and now May. Now Muenta. Back to May again. Gekter. Hertha absolutely dominating possession here. We're not even getting close to them. And it's a bit of a concern. Oyen doing well to get in on John Joe Kenny there. Hugo into Luca Oyen. He cuts inside, has a bit of support, but again, he's just not good enough. And he should have released the ball a lot quicker there. And now Moestedt lays it through. It's Kamere, and it's a good save by Weiss. And it remains 1-0. We've been very lucky there. And Doyle with the resulting corner. Hopefully we can defend this a little bit better than we did the initial chance of Weiss making a very good claim and showing plenty of confidence there. Hopefully he can come in and do well for us. Here's Kenny with the throw. Dardai holding on to it superbly, crosses it in. Muyenta beats Jimenez in the air, but the header is over the crossbar. We're going to demand more because we've not seen a single attack from us so far. And if we wanted to carry on from yesterday's performance, we need to actually have some shots at goal. And we've just had a couple of attempts, but nothing on target. We do seem to have woken up following that, demanding more. But again, we're looking quite a bit toothless. And if we can only score once in every few games, we're going to have to really pray that we're going to be good enough throughout the course of the season. Because based on this performance so far, we're not going to get back into it here. And we will need to make some substitutions. I mean, Micah Berith was superb against Braunschweig, knocking in a hat-trick. And today, he's not seen a single opportunity come his way. Here's Kwanzaa. Just holding on to it. Lays it across to Cobalt. Now Van at second to Burnage. Now Cobalt. Into Van at sec. That's a nice pass. Luca Oyen into the penalty area. Gets brought down, but it doesn't matter because it's been squared over to Cade Gordon. And it's his first goal for the club. We've somehow found a way to get an equaliser here. And that was a well-worked goal in the end. It looked a little bit dicey when it came into midfield here with Van Itsek, but I thought Luke Oyen may have been offside, but the left-back, I think, played him on. And the pass across took a slight deflection, I think, off John Joe Kenny as Oyen got brought down, but it fell nicely for K. Gordon, who finished it well. And we are back to 1-1. And Mienta, oh my word, that is so poor defensively. It's been given as an own goal from Kwanzaa. The man was left on the edge of the penalty area. He hit it first time and it's hit Kwanzaa's foot and then flown into the bottom corner. We were level for 2 minutes. And they've got a free kick in a dangerous area here as well. We're going to have to make changes. The team is shattered, especially a little bit further at the back. We're going to get Volukiewicz on and push him into centre-back. Kobol can go into that midfield role for the time being. We're going to get Hodge on for Van Itsek and switch them back. We'll just leave that as it is. Tachi will bring on for the goal scorer, Cade Gordon. Luca Oyen can come off for Arnold. And Berith can come off as well. Oh, no, he can't. Of course, we did the goalkeeping substitution earlier, didn't we? And that'll be that then. Gekter off the crossbar. We just about managed to get it clear. There was offside against Mai there. We're going to demand a little bit more from the team. I'm just hoping we can get back into it again. Doyle swinging in a corner toward the far post. It's a good header clear, but we're just not quite getting at it. We need to have a bit more fight in us, really. 2 minutes we were level, and that was so poor defensively from that set piece as well. Here's Kabonik. Now Doyle into the penalty area. It's off the bar and over. Overall, we've had a few good chances, really. Hertha Berlin deserved to win. Possession's been relatively even, but we haven't had enough chances today. And most of the highlights, aside of our goal, have been in Hertha Berlin's favour. I'm just disappointed with the way that we've conceded, especially that second goal. The first goal was poor because we didn't even challenge for that header, and Dardai's in behind, and there is the third. Bit harsh to have conceded the third, I think, but it's a good finish. But unfortunately, I'm struggling to find a way that we could stay in this league. Beerith with a 6. He was not in the game at all. And to be quite honest, that, after scoring a hat-trick in the last game, is unacceptable. Kwanzaa's rated a 6.1. He was at fault, of course, because of the deflection. And Hertha Berlin, with their third win in their 5 matches. We're still, I mean, we need to be getting the same number of points as we do in terms of number of games, I think. 34 games, 34 points is what I'm aiming for. If we can get near that, I'll be quite happy. But I think we are going to be in for a very tough campaign. It's a shame after the positives of last season, and I'm taking a lot of positives from that Braunschweig game, but unfortunately, I think we're going to be in a bit of a pickle this season, and it could be a bit of a shame for us. And Alavoin's going to be out for 5 to 6 weeks. And that would mean that he's going to miss quite a few matches as well. Big games as well. Mönchengladbach he's going to miss 2 weeks between that and the Leverkusen game. So he'll miss Leverkusen, Freiburg, maybe Bochum as well. He might be back for the Kiel and Wolfsburg games. But we've got a lot of work to do. I'm glad that we've scored in both of those games, though. Even though Hertha Berlin deserved to win, I'm glad we got a goal out of the game, and Kate Gordon, of course, getting his first for the club. But it could be a tough season, and if it's going to be as tough as I think it is, I might even get sacked, and I don't want that. Not after the way Charlton ended up. But we'll have to see how things go in the meantime, and hopefully we can pick up a couple of wins here and there. Bochum, I'm especially looking at for a decent result. Maybe even Freiburg, but we'll see how we get on. We'll probably come back for Kiel in the Cup and Wolfsburg as well. We'll get these 4 matches out of the way. Like I say, fingers crossed, we can get some positive results in the meantime. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.